Take two.
I said a few controversial things.
We're not having controversy here today.
That's what we should want. But Natalie Bennett's not here because it's cold and rainy and...
We do have an empty chair. We don't know why she's not here. Could be...
We'll find out either.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll get an email from the office. Her office, actually, later. Probably, yeah. Hope so.
You can tell us about that when it comes through.
Hope I've grown to that significance that I get emails.
Well, I was going to say, is it because you sort of question the significance of your channel, or is it just that
significance of this channel?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm famous now.
I know you are.
I'm in the tab.
Why do you think I keep wanting to come on?
Seriously, I just turned up to the pub and here was Charles.
Well, yeah, because he turns up to the pub where... We're not mentioning which pub we're in though, because that would be very...
Yeah, no false advertising.
No, we can't do that.
I mean, it's upmarket.
Yeah, it's what you can say is educational. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no Natalie Bennett.
But I will ask your views of the Green Party. What do you think of the Green Party in terms of their policies?
Why am I being interviewed?
Well, you're being interviewed here.
Okay.
I just want to bring the best politics, that's all.
How are Adam and the Ants? He's got a thing for Adam and the Ants.
I just had them on last night, so
yeah.
You forget how to
I suppose we need some questions, really. I mean, do you want to just ask about the channel?
No, that's boring. Ask me about politics. It's a politics channel.
Yeah.
But how do you... Well, no, I don't want to ask you the questions because I've got too many questions to ask you.
Gonna have to mention, Kieran, how do you pull it all off,
Well, it's easy. You just press play on Facebook.
How do you get your guests?
Well, you don't apparently.
The amount of times people have pulled out last minute and then you have to go and find someone else somewhere.
And I normally get a text.
You've been on once.
Yeah, but I've got about 3 texts saying, we'd be on tonight. Yeah, sorry, with the dentists. Sorry, I'm doing my dissertation.
Right, so now that, I'm in contact with all the,
Yeah, all the big wigs of Sheffield. Because you won't have fun on Bloomfield on Friday. I mean, do
Is it Bloomfield or Blomfield?
Because it has 2 O's, it has one.
It has one O, but a lot of people have said Bloomfield, and...
I'm not trust that. Well, I say Blomfield, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Green Party. Suppose we'll have to talk about them. What are the questions I actually had?
Well, I imagine they're not going to be good enough for myself.
Tell me about your time as leader of a major national party.
Well, she's finished now, isn't she, as leader? They've got co-leader now, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but I still want to know.
Lucas. I know. Well,
so obviously 2015 was a big breakthrough.
Yeah, when she had her debates with, and had a little love in between Plaid Cymru and SNP, who did actually agree on tons of things. It's, I would actually ask her if she was here, what her position on independence of Scotland is. Because I think the Green Party were, if they weren't ambivalent, they were for it. The amount of which they agree with each other. So I'd ask her about that. What was your questions?
Did you strive for a different politics with less sound bites and more honesty?
Gross question. Next question.
Did you consider yourself to the left of Labour?
Well, that is an interesting question because they are. It depends what you consider left. I mean, they are left of Labour in certain things. I was surprised how split they were about Europe.
They're not very anti-trade. They're not very pro-trade union.
Well, not as much as Labour are. Well, Labour have got sort of a monopoly on that, haven't they?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to identify as a left-wing party, the one thing that you need is trade unions.
Yeah.
Really. Plus, of course, Brighton Council could have asked about that.
Well, that's the one big black mark Green Party government. The only time they've got in power in any sense at all.
Well, Caroline Lucas is a very good MP.
Would you say very good MP?
She keeps winning MP of the year.
Well, I know she does because she's sort of she's interesting, but I wouldn't say she's. Do you mean as in local MP, as in local needs? Because I wouldn't say she's particularly good in that either. No, she's co-leader now, and I imagine standing in Brighton again, which she would. You'd imagine. I think it probably will be the only seats.
No sense of bias here from Charles.
No. I don't have to be impartial. No, I mean, I would have said to the Commander, do you really think you can win in Sheffield Central? Since Blomfield got, I think, 55% of the overall votes. The last person ahead of him was Gillian Clay, was it? So she was a person who stood in 2015 and got one short of 7,000 votes, and Blomfield got only 20,000. So whether Natalie Bennett will be enough to shift that, I can't possibly imagine that. But of course she does live here, and she has a bit of a,
Have you been outflanked by Labour since Corbyn's election? Probably.
Yeah, well, they've outflanked themselves by giving a lot of seats away.
I am surprised that they gained seats during the local elections.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the quiet things that went under the radar.
I think people are just they're concerned about Corbyn, who are. I know they do want to slightly gain seats. I think slightly above the votes, but we'll see in the election. I don't know. We'll probably increase the votes.
Do you need to go red to go green? Is green capitalism even possible?
Their version of it seems really weird. It's a mixture of seemingly a lot of self-righteousness, with them saying things like it's the best way for the world, and then just their energy policy, I don't really see how they're going to properly do, because not only do they want to phase out, I think it's by 2023, they'll phase out coal-fired power stations. You think, okay,
they're like next to a more articulate Jeremy Clarkson.
That's true. So they also want to phase out nuclear power. Now, how are you going to power the country if you phase out both nuclear power and coal-fired power stations?
Deforestation.
Well,
burn some trees. I don't know anymore.
Well, are they going to attempt to run the entire country on tidal, wind and solar?
Hamsters.
We need to have Logan here, EG explains.
We need hamsters and wheels.
See, I'm trying to make this a serious
That's not the Labour position. Okay. In politics, as in life.
I wasn't going to mention a position on polygamy to make this serious, right? And then he goes on about hamsters and wheels. So,
look, in politics, as in life, you can't always have what you want.
What do you think about her position? I don't think this is the party's position, but her personal position on boycotting Israel economically and culturally.
Well, a lot of universities do the same.
Well, yeah, but we're in a university, as wonderful as it is, which is twinned with the University of Gaza, which was founded by Mohammed al-Zahar, the co-leader of Hamas. So,
You should write for the tab.
Should write for the tab.
Yeah, says the unsayable.
Well, that is problematic. Yes, you could say, I don't use that word problematic, but you could say a lot of universities do it, but still, it's not. Do you really think that's a tenable position? Complete boycott of Israel?
I just keep out of Israel-Palestine, to be honest.
What about
Can't they just get on?
They do have
even that's a controversial position now. Just saying, why can't they get on? Well, I feel like if you make any comment on it nowadays, it's controversial.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a bit anti-American as well. What do you think about that side to the Green Party? Or they certainly,
it's hard not to be anti-American nowadays, let's be honest.
I love America. It's great.
Even Trump.
Well, Trump's interesting.
Oh,
Trump's. You can't just chuck him out all the way, because the thing is, he's probably the first person to be president who doesn't really want to be president. You can see him thinking now, God, I'm not really suited for this job, and just letting other people run it. But of course, we are on a day where he's refused to give over the COVID tape, so we'll see how that turns out. But that's all we know, that he's refused to give them over.
Apparently he gave the Russians intelligence, but he probably just watched Fox News and told them what was going on.
We're going to get Paul Joseph Watson coming on. Well, you're wrong about this.
But he's going to call me like a big SJW fascist or something.
Well, he's not too wrong. Apart from that you're on the different side of the left of the SJWs. I mean, you dislike them just as much.
Not really. I think...
No, you don't?
Well, you see, unlike the alt-right, I'm not in denial over racism and sexism.
Well, the alt-right aren't no at all. They are a supremacist group. The alt-right is just a different word for Mr. Spencer's...
For neo-Nazi.
Not neo-Nazi, for white supremacists. There's a difference between...
Want to get the guy on InfoWars on?
I'd be nicer, I'd say why nationalism, which there is a difference between supremacists and nationalism.
I want to get the guy from InfoWars or Free Domain Radio.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. Just get him on, and then he'll be like, "You're fake news. You're a lefty student. You don't know what you're talking." And then he's like, "Stalin took the guns." Did you see that interview with?
Yes, I did. Is Alex Jones just an actor? Do you think he's a bit of an actor?
If you actually watch his show now, it's like all of it's adverts for these dodgy like survivalist products.
There is a bit of that,
like water filters and all that. Yeah. He said that there was a conspiracy with the American government to do something to the water to make it turn people gay.
Yes, he did say that. Frogs, didn't he? Something to do with frogs. Yeah, he said he was making the frogs gay. Hey, it is, you know.
What other questions did he have for Natalie Bennett?
Student vote key, which, well, in Sheffield it is. In Sheffield, I mean, most students...
I think it's their only votes, I don't think... Because they've got a big student following, but I couldn't see...
Or ex-students. A lot of people who say remain in Sheffield...
Well, let's be fair, when they knocked at my door, they weren't students. They look like full-paid up members.
Well, there's a mix between... There's a mix between... It's not their only voter base, but most students live in Sheffield Hallam, and most students still do vote for the Democrats. Even though they lost enormous amounts of the student vote last year, when it went down from 19,000 to 1,000, didn't it, the clerk majority? Enormous decrease in the majority. Still, I think the student vote is not key. It's not enough to win Sheffield Central, even if every single student voter, for instance.
It's the lack of an electoral pact from Labour. Left-wing suicide.
Well, I think that will happen to the Green Party if they continue to say we won't stand in certain seats to help the Labour Party. The only reason they're not doing that in this seat is because they don't need to. Because the Labour Party will, either one or two will. There's no chance of any other party winning.
Can we get a hung parliament?
We can. I don't think it's likely. I don't think there's any secondary party that's likely to get enough seats.
Bothered about my hair now. Everything's irritating me.
Yeah. I mean, if there was a hung parliament, who would go with either Conservatives or Labour?
We'll have a rainbow coalition.
Well, like a massive coalition between... Oh, well, you mean all of the Labour Party affiliates would join together?
No, Labour, SNP, Green, maybe the...
I don't know if you say Green as in a singular one.
Yeah,
how would that work? You probably have Plaid Cymru in there as well.
It'd be a rainbow coalition, Charles.
Would you have George?
There'd be guitars and harps.
Would you have George Galloway in there as well?
All the leaves are brown.
You can't sing that. Can't sing that.
What?
That's far more controversial than I said on our first take. It's John Phillips singing that. You can't sing that. Google John Phillips, you'll see what is wrong.
Bill Bailey sang it?
Yes, Bill Bailey didn't do what John Phillips did. Google what the lead singer of the Mamas and Papas.
You're just looking for controversy, yeah.
Hey, you were the one who sung it. Though I would say, I mean, hung parliament between the Conservatives, in a sense, already have a agreement with the DUP already.
Well, yeah.
Which is, I think, a good thing. Other people would disagree. But there's no one else who can join with them.
Didn't the Tory MP tweet Lookout Island, #hard border.
I can't think of who that would have been.
I can't remember. I think it was an MP.
Was it? Possibly.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's amazing how people travel over the borders to Northern Ireland because commodities in Ireland are so expensive. It's astonishingly expensive. But a lot of people do travel over for petrol and things like that to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I might just go to bed, to be honest.
Well, you can't do. They're only up for 15 minutes. You gotta go a bit longer.
No, I don't.
You do.
I've had shorter. I've had 12-minute videos before.
I know, but they've been a bit hit, as one would say. What's your one? Brian, you asked from Brian Council, can we have in Parliament? The lack of.
That's it.
How do you rate your chances in Sheffield Central? We'll sort of said that. Well,
No.
she has got it. She'll get more votes than the last one did because she has. She's a bigger figure and she'll get a student following that the other one didn't. But I can't see Bonfield losing. Can you?
Not really. No. And he's on Friday, so.
Well, unless he stands you up too. This channel is going to get really big.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's going to get big.
Then I'll look back on you and think, you know. Then I'll go to.
Well, I'll be even bigger.
I'll go to some tribunal for political controversy or something.
Hey, I've not said anything controversial, have I? I was trying to make it controversial to make it interesting to get your views, but
Controversy doesn't get views.
controversy is wonderful.
Oh my god, you're like a tabloid journalist.
No, because tabloid journalism just lie about controversy. Controversy can be irony and wit in it too. Controversy is great. What are you about?
Yeah. Maybe we could do like a Top Gear thing. We need a third man. Like a James May figure.
Yeah, who could we get? Well,
hold on, that makes me Richard Hammond.
He does make you Richard Hammond.
Oh bloody hell! I'm not small enough to be Richard Hammond.
Well, you're not that tall. You're not that small, but you're not at all.
Look, I'm a good 5'11", okay, which is the right height.
You're 5'11".
Yeah.
I'm 6'3".
And
I'm just trying to win all your wonderful viewers over.
how many times do you hit your head on the top of a door?
I have it a few times. In the cellar at the pub I work at, which Charlie mentioned, it's quite difficult sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, just go to your local pubs and eventually you'll come across.
Yeah.
Charles.
You will do.
Yeah.
On either side of the bar. So, do you have a final question? An interesting little bit.
Not really, just general disappointments.
What's your view on nihilism?
What's my view on nihilism?
Yeah.
Slipping into it, mate.
I know you are. Why though? Because you seem to have everything going the right way for you politically. I mean,
yeah.
Because you don't really. I mean, the aim of the Labour Party, of course, isn't actually to get power, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Not, well, I don't know. Is it? Is it really?
What's the point in campaigning for Labour if you don't actually think they're going to win?
Well, because first of all, they may be a good opposition, and second of all, they may actually put some of their viewpoints through. I mean, that's almost a new Labour view, isn't it? The winning is everything. That was in Alice Campbell's Oxford.
It's more that winning comes second to actually standing for something. There's no point in just getting into power on a wave of.
Well, what's the private thing is quite difficult because, I mean, for instance, the Green Party stand for something, but they're not going to, in the foreseeable future, win, well, more than one seat. If they win a few seats, then that's brilliant, but they're not going to win.
Yeah, but Labour have trade union power and funding.
Yes, and Glenn Huxley today said he doesn't think they'll win. It doesn't mean he doesn't support them, he just says that he doesn't think they'll win.
Well, a lot of people don't think Labour's going to win, but they're still campaigning for them.
I know, yeah.
It's all these people that are like, no, we're not going to win, and then they all turn off votes.
Do you actually think that the shadow cabinet is a good shadow cabinet? Because the amount of good MPs, Labour does have some really good MPs.
Look, if we got into power, Clive Lewis would probably go back in. We get a few more in.
Yeah, but observe your shadow cabinets. McDonald as
right man for the job.
I wouldn't say that.
Hold on. During the actual 2008 financial crisis, if the government had followed his advice, then we would have taken on board assets as well as liabilities from the banks. All we did was buy liabilities, which were worthless. If we followed his advice at the time, things would not be so bad.
I don't know about that. But
he should have just nationalised the banks completely.
Well, that's what he would agree with. Diana Bennett, Home Secretary. Emily Thornberry as Foreign Secretary. Emily Thornberry as Foreign Secretary, I'll say again.
Yeah.
And then Shami Chakrabarti, Keir Starmer. Jess Phillips. Jess Phillips has got
let's be honest, if Corbyn's Prime Minister, he will basically be in charge of foreign affairs. Diane Abbott, I think she's not the best PR wise.
Terrible PR. Appalling PR.
Yeah.
As is Emily Thornberry, of course.
Nah. Rebecca Long Bailey, I hope she gets a top job. She could be Treasury.
Okay, who is really good. Why don't you put any of these good people in positions?
I know. How about we just disband Progress? We were going to do it in 2011.
Yeah, do that.
And then when all the money's gone, all these right-wing MPs will just be like, well, there's no money in it for me anymore.
I won't call them right-wing particularly, but yeah. One interesting thing,
Okay, so social enterprises, they are a left-wing creation.
No, I would not say that necessarily.
They're the basis for the entire New Labour project.
Yes, but you're assuming that politics isn't about that anymore. Politics was about social concerns under New Labour. That's why they were left-wing, because of their social concerns. It was always about. It wasn't about economics anymore.
For a Marxist,
economics became completely flatlined.
For a Marxist like me, everything is economics.
I know it's a fault that you seem to have.
It's not really a fault. It's just
a bit.
Everything is rooted in economics.
I know, but you can't therefore say that the fact that the Labour Party went on, New Labour went on an enormously important extremely left-wing social programme, to say that, well, it's all about economics, so they're really right-wing.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to say that.
Oh, well. I think we better just go, have a pint, play some snooker. Again, not saying which pub we're in. But
yeah, and the final thing I'd like to say, which is something I only realised a few days ago.
Oh God, every time I give you a platform to say something,
well, I was just saying, people who think, the students who are going to vote for the Green Party, who think they are basically the Lib Dems in terms of the European position, Lib Dems with a bit more principle, question yourself, why did a lot of the party vote for Leave, which is for me a good thing, but why did they vote for Leave? And why did the Baroness Jones, the only Green Party member in the House of Lords, also vote for Leave?
I'd ask more questions. I'd ask more questions over the European Greens. European Green Party, who backed austerity measures in places like Greece, Italy, Spain, Ireland. Questions like that, because I don't really see the Greens as left-wing. I think they're a good pressure group for green issues.
Well, that's the other question you should put down. Are they a pressure group? Because they're other politics, apart from environmentalism being anti-big business, their other positions seem pretty ad hoc and mixed in together. Not to say incoherent.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Stella B.
Thanks for coming on.
It's alright.
Helping me in my time of existential crisis.
He has worked very hard. He ran up to the student union and back to try and get Natalie Bennett. Which didn't turn up. So, there we are.
Sure, she's got reasons. She's the former leader of a major national party.
Yeah, but she's also somebody who's running on a student platform in Sheffield Central. I mean, there can't be too many things to go to.
Yeah, but if I'm too hard...
the pub apparently she always comes to.
If I'm too hard on her, then she'll never turn off, will she?
Well, it depends, because if she loses, when she loses, she'll have to come on, because She lives here, so she'll probably stand again, won't she, in 20 or whenever the next election is. Not that you'll be here, so.
I'll be anywhere, anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, anywhere and anywhere. Let's finish on a song. Do you want to join in?
It's about Rotterdam, that.
Rotterdam?
Yeah, it's about Rotterdam, that song.
I don't know.
Just.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Bye now.
Bye, Natalie. Empty chair. Bye.
Right. You're going to finish it?
Yeah.
I suppose you can cut this out, so.
I can't cut anything else. I'm not that good.
Natalie Bennett is in favour of polygamy. Just saying. Monogamy forever.
You do realise that when I do an interview, it's just one-on-one, so you won't be here.
The thing is, Kieran didn't present this in a very serious way. I would be on my best behaviour if it was serious. But we're going to do a paper roundup soon.
We are.
We're going to do a paper roundup, me, you, and possibly other people.
Maybe Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence is great.
So keep
Yeah.
keep your chair up for that.
Yeah.
I'll wait to be sued by Natalie Bennett, and we'll see what goes on.
I'll be sued for giving you a platform. Oh well.
Source Wikipedia.
Yeah.